after losing my brother, a piece of you goes. A piece of you goes, and it's just every day I think of him.
Kenneth Norton lives with the devastation of losing his older brother. John Townsend Norton was killed on June 3, 1969. He and 73 other young men were on board the USS Frank E Evans. The aircraft carrier was ordered to take part in a training exercise with 40 other vessels in the South China Sea. It was during that exercise that the Evans collided with an Australian aircraft carrier, the Melbourne, ripping the 376-foot-long destroyer in half. The severed bow sank in 4 minutes.
To this day, exactly what happened on the bridge, we don't know.
74 perished, all young men, the youngest 18 years old, and Norton says a family from Nebraska lost all 3 of their sons. He says a day seldom passes where he doesn't think about his older brother.
You know, what he would have been today, where he would have been living, how many grandchildren we would have had. You go through that.
What makes matters worse is that Norton's brother and others' names are being withheld from the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C. He says based on a technicality. The Department of Defense ruled that the 74 names would be left off the wall because of the location of the ship at the time of the accident. And although the ship was in Vietnam waters just before the incident, it was just outside what is known as the combat zone when its forward section sank.
According to the Navy, they were 100 miles outside the war zone, which to the association, to our families, doesn't make sense.
Members of the USS Frank E Evans Association have tried fruitlessly for years to have their fallen comrades and family members recognized. 3 attempts to create legislation to add the names failed to make it out of congressional committees. But Norton says he's not giving up.
These names are going to get on that wall if we have to go down there and put them on ourselves.
And you could do your part by writing or emailing your congressman. And Louise Isola wrote a book about the USS Frank E Evans, American Boys.
If people from the Hudson Valley will buy the book, that explains the whole truth of what happened. And if they're interested, it's on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
As for Ken Norton and his family, 46 long years have passed, and since that fateful day, many lives will never be the same.
My dad passed away in '76.
Okay.
Yeah, and my mom's had a rough, she's 92 now, and there were only 3 women from the 74 men who went down are still alive today. And we want to get those 3 women to see their sons' names on that wall.